Well, good morning, everybody. It is 8:30. We are live on Coffee with Casper right now. I see that we're up on YouTube. I'm looking to see that we're up on Facebook. There we are. Good to see everybody this morning. Good morning. There's Casper right there. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We're about to gong ourselves in with Coffee with Casper. Yay. Very good. Nice to see everybody this morning. Yay.
There we are.
Good to be seen. All right. Okay. Down you go, big boy. We're going to get going here. Aloha from Honolulu. Good morning from Moorpark, Rev. And two wise women already with us already. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad you're here. And here we go. Here we go. So the gong is just going to remind us that we are living in a vibratory universe, that literally you are both a broadcaster and a receiver. We're receiving from on high all the time, whether you're listening or not, and that whatever that total of that vibration is that's through our conscious mind and our unconscious mind, that's hitting the law of mind or the law of the circle, and that's the power of creation, which is the same power of creation that Source uses. What Source knows is what we know both at the subconscious and conscious level, and of course many of us got stuff going on in our subconscious, which is much larger than the conscious mind, and much more creative because it's the active creative force in the universe. So we're just aligning ourselves. We're a bunch of light workers gathered here together so that we can align ourselves with the cosmos and make a positive contribution to the universe. Yes? Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from, and that you can hear me okay. Everything good. All right, here we go. Big breath in. That sound. There we go. Relaxing the shoulders. Here we go one more time. Here we go. Big breath in. Well. Good morning, everybody. What a week. Well, we're certainly grateful that the Artemis expedition was successful. So let me know that you can hear me. I don't see anybody responding. So let me know that you can hear me okay. Artemis was a huge success. Once again, we see everybody's home safe. Beautiful movement of intelligence in the universe and stretching out into the cosmos. And once again, we see live the vastness of space, and that the only light that we know of that sustains life is right here on planet Earth. It doesn't mean that there isn't others in an infinite sea of possibilities, but what we do know is that this is a very special place. And as soon as the astronauts were in that deepness, the same thing happened to William Shatner, the actor on Star Trek. When he got out that far, he said, oh boy, that's the place you want to be, is on Earth, right? That this is a divine assignment to come from the light, to put on a coat of skins, and to return to the light. That is our mission. That's what we're about. That's what we're doing. And okay, good morning. All right, good. Good morning. All right. So here's what I would like us to think about this week. There's a wonderful statement from Mahatma Gandhi, which is now used by many people, but the source of the statement is Mahatma Gandhi, the little man who changed the world through nonviolence and commitment and intention, and to stay with that commitment and to stay with the commitment of nonviolence. Of course, we see in this week the exchanges of thoughts between the Pope and the President, and we see lines, social lines being crossed that have never been crossed before. And what we really need to do, particularly in the midst of any kind of war, is we must be the heart that is beating in the peace of God. That's right out of the Course in Miracles. We must be, my heart beats in the peace of God. And when we realize, we couple that with, we were born not for ourselves, but for everyone who's affected, not just for ourselves, but also for everyone who's affected by the arena of our experience. So we couple that, if my heart beats with peace, and I want to be a transformative agent in the world, then the deeper I get into that peace, the more profound it will be. This Sunday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, I'll be speaking for the Midtown Center for Spiritual Living online. And if you Google Midtown Center for Spiritual Living, you'll find it's out of Atlanta. You'll find them. And they ask me, I've spoken for them many times, and they ask me, can I give them a talk title and a little blurb? Of course, in all my years in the pulpit, I gave a lot of talk titles and a lot of blurbs. And then they also asked for a recommendation of a song. So I sent them a title. I want to thank the songwriter and singer Joe Sebastian, who wrote a song called 3 Little Words. And the 3 little words are live, laugh, and love. And the subheading to the little blurb that I wrote is also right out of the lyric of the song, to give credit where it's due, Joe's lyric. It turns out money can't buy happiness. But we already know money can't buy happiness. We have seen unhappiness from the wealthiest to the poorest. So money is not the source of happiness. What is the source of happiness, as is the source of all good, health, wealth, love, success, fulfillment, all of those things come out of consciousness, which means where I'm putting my attention, as has been said for now several decades, Abraham Hicks, the original author of that line, where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? Now, if where my attention goes, my energy flows, couples with that line, I do not live just for myself, but for myself and everyone who's affected by the arena of my experience, then we realize what I'm doing with my attention not only makes a difference in my world, but it makes a difference in everybody who touches the arena of my space, just as it does in yours, right? Everybody who touches the arena of your experience is affected by you. And so the more you juice it up, the more we juice it up, the more we make it stronger, the more powerful it becomes. So here was the insight that came to me, which I grabbed my phone to write. My friend, the Reverend Ann Ray, used to say I had an incoming. Sometimes you see a flit of awareness pass across your consciousness, and if you're not paying attention, you'll say to yourself, I'll remember that, but you may not, because it was just talking to you at that moment, and you have to catch it in that moment. So the Spirit said to me, my inner voice, the inner recognition of truth within me, said, see the change you want to be in the world. Oh, wait a minute. Now the line from Mahatma Gandhi was, be the change you want to see in the world. Well, that's true. But how can you be it if you don't see it? And how can you use your conscious mind, which is the great contributor to the vibration of the rays, whichever direction you're doing it, right? Whether it's affirmative or negative, right? Your conscious mind is what's your contribution to the world is. So when I heard it says, see the change means before I can be the change, I have to have a vision of what that change means. So we jump back all the way back to that line from the Course in Miracles, my heart is beating in the peace of God. So what does it look like if your heart is beating in the peace of eternality? Energy cannot be destroyed. So the very center of all energy, and therefore all creation, must be peace, because it's all comes from the same energy. The life force itself is one energy. It's the same life force in every sentient being, and it's the same life force that's moving subatomic particles. It's the same life force, and I am that life force. So if we don't use our conscious intelligence to see the change, what would a world in peace and harmony look like to you now? Doesn't mean you won't get a better vision or a higher vision of it as you mature, as you understand, as your awareness grows. But what would it look like now, and are you putting the energy in to see the change you would like to see? And Casper wants to come up again. He says, I see the change, to see the change that you would like to be in the world, right? How can I start to see what does love, light, truth, peace, poise, power, and beauty look like in a harmonious world? And what does it look like to me? Because you are the unique place of spirit. Spirit is the only power that knows itself. You know yourself. You're able to proclaim, I am, right? I am. And so if I know myself, then I am the power that can bring forth in harmony love, life, peace, joy, power, and beauty. And this wonderful song that Joe Sebastian wrote is, he says, 3 little words that really change your life. And the 3 little words are live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. So if we want to juice up the contribution we're making to the race mind, that we're making to our own transformation and therefore the transformation of everyone who touches the arena of our world, the only way to do that is to start putting your attention on beauty. Start putting your attention on love. Start putting your attention on the peace that finds itself in the middle of nature. Here in this beautiful deck at our home, where we've been broadcasting Coffee with Casper for over 6 years, what you see behind me is a state of nature that is natural. It naturally holds itself in poise. And when we see that beauty, then we have to be mindful of that beauty, and we have to be mindful of harmonizing with that beauty and protecting that beauty, right? Because if we don't, we could all, as we know, these mountains can easily catch flames and wipe out huge amounts of land and property and investment and people's lives and lifestyles, etc., etc. We need to wake up in the world to the deeper level of reality. And one of the lyrics in Joe Sebastian's song is, live like every sunrise knows your name. That kind of matches what you've heard me talk about for years, right? Don't get out of bed till you greet your day. What if this day, and exactly the beauty that's showing up behind me in this day, here in Southern California in the Santa Monica Mountains this day, it's obviously clear and beautiful. It's also, you can see by my 3 layers of clothing, it's also a little cool, right? But here in the midst of a grand city, one of the big cities in the world, there is peace. It's in beauty. It's in nature. It's all around us. The sunrise in this day knows my name. This is the day. That's why the psalmist said in the Old Testament, this is the day the Lord has made, and I shall be rejoicing and be glad in it. This is the day the law of life has given me for me to start anew, to awaken my consciousness in a new way, to contribute my heart of peace, which means I have to find the heart of peace. I have to find that peace that passes all understanding, right? In the holy breath, in the moment that I calm myself and center myself in the I am that I am. We're talking about living your life from a higher state of awareness and bringing that awareness consciously into your experience by seeing the change you want to be in the world, by seeing that I can be a peace agent, by seeing that the fastest way to juice up my vibration, to raise the level of my vibration, which will hit the law of the circle and raise the level of my multidimensional experience as a human being, a spiritual divine in the world today, a spiritual divine human being, both divine and spiritual and both human, accepting that which is whole, complete, and perfect, and allowing that I am growing into my awareness because I'm tuning into it, because I'm asking for it, because I'm bringing it forth and I'm paying attention to the moments when I see beauty. I love my high self, because sometimes I'll be just driving here in Southern California, and I'll see the ocean, and my breath will be taken away. Or I'll be sitting out here on the deck, and I'll hear the birds singing, and my soul goes, oh, I hear myself say out loud, oh, God, that's beautiful. I'm aware that my subconscious now is tuning into beauty and bringing that beauty forward. I'm aware when I'm talking to my friends of the love that's in that conversation. I'm aware of sitting on the love seat with my wife and her hand in mine and feeling the years of love. Not only are they there in the years, but they're there in potential, and they're there in the now moment, right? And to tune in to when we make each other laugh, to tune into when you're friends and you laugh together and see insights together, to tune in to live and laugh and love, to tune into the joy that it is to be alive, that the universe knows my name and who I am every morning and is celebrating that by showing through its divine law of creation and its law of vibration, taking from me when I'm giving it and feeding it back into my world. And do we always have fears and doubts? Sure. Even amidst the wholeness and the joy being revealed, behind we have fears and doubts. Behind we have the awareness, how come every time your shoulder aches, you think something dynamically bad or horrendously bad has happened, when probably all you really need to do is roll your shoulders a little bit? And how far do we take our mind over a pain when we just probably need to adjust something in our body so that pain isn't what's on our mind, right? To see through the mist. The great philosopher Ernest Holmes said, the whole purpose of everything we've learned as metaphysicians, knowing that there is a conscious mind, and that conscious mind is the spirit that knows itself, and that's where I'm aligned on high. And in order for me to tune into the infinite, I must do the aligning because I have a conscious mind, just like spirit itself has a conscious mind. It's sitting there waiting. I'm here conscious. Where are you? Right? And we're the ones who have to wake up. So I'm Harry Morgan Moses. You're watching Coffee with Casper. We're a group of light workers gathered all over the world. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're seeing it from, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Say hi. Spread these videos. And as you see, we've also been doing short clips coming out of these videos, and those are also now attracting more light workers. So the more we begin to network these ideas that I am that which is peace and poise and love and balance and harmony, and I am the place where I am practicing those qualities that I see as the eternal verities that are important. And again, we call out life, love, peace, power, beauty, joy, harmony, right? Oh, and laughter, and connection, and belonging, and relationship. There are so many places where we enact or reenact the qualities of the divine, but the more conscious we are of it, the more we reach up into our high self, which is already gazing at the glory of the Most High, gazing at infinite potential, knowing that we came from the light, that we've never left the light, that we are one with the light. There's a part of us that remembers, and as we start to become conscious of it, we are the ones who must dig into it and bring it forth in a great and more powerful way than ever before. So juice it up. This is our 20 minutes together. And then we take the 20 minutes and we put it in our hearts, whatever part we got. And here's the simple one. We'll go with the songwriter and the great gift that his high self gave to us through that music. Live, laugh, love. Because money can't buy happiness. But the more you are aware of how vitally alive you are, the more you laugh and have joy. As Teal de Hajan said, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. So let us this week be mindful of living strong, seeing the beauty, admiring the beauty, hanging out in the peace and the poise and the balance of nature, knowing the great good is coming to us in ways known and unknown. We become the place that becomes the attractor factor to all of our good. Your inner recognition of reality, what you really see as true, is what's attracting your good. You can change your mind, use your conscious mind to clear out all the false beliefs that your subconscious got a hold of. Purify your consciousness by being alive, awake, and aware. And the fastest way to do it is to live and to laugh and to love. And then notice the happiness that's showing up in all that is your world. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. You're watching Coffee with Casper. If you found this video, I already know you're making a great contribution to the world. I celebrate that contribution because who you are is something magnificent. And until we meet again, we invite you to go in the light, as the light and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. Let yourself be the heart that is beating in the peace of the Most High. We'll be back next week with Coffee with Casper. We'll see you then. Have a great and wonderful week. Live and laugh and love. Bye for now. Casper, you want to come up? One more time. Come on up. Say goodbye. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Attaboy. Attaboy. There you go. We'll see you next week on Coffee with Casper. Bye for now. Oh, you good boy.